Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to this interesting and special episode. I call it interesting and special because we are going to be doing an analysis of the games we have had so far, the two friendlies, even though it's not a great deal because it's just a friendly. But there are some positive things that I think we can discuss about. There are some things that we have been saying, especially from our young guys, the Barca B guys who have come to impress our balls. They have been really great in their performances, truth be told. And in this episode, I want us to look at those key positive things that we can pick from this Barcelona squad so far, from these young talents, these great talents, these future La Masia players who are doing great, and they're giving us a lot of prospect for this team in the days ahead and in the years ahead. Perhaps some of them might even be playing for the first team if Koeman is impressed as what we are seeing so far. So we aren't doing an analysis of the games per se, but analyzing those positive things that we can pick out, from these great performances, Memphis coming on and doing his great work in his debut, and other young talents. So that's what we're going to be focusing on this episode. So stay tuned. Ensure you click on that subscribe button below if you haven't done so, if you're new to this channel, and also ensure you watch the video right up to the very end. With some fans returning to the stands, at the Estadio Johan Cruyff, Barcelona took care of business this week, dispatching Gimnàstic Tarragona 4-0, followed by a convincing 3-1 victory yesterday against Girona. So it's a new season, and we are already seeing changes being made by Koeman, switching to a 4-3-3 formation. That many expect him to keep when things kick off against Sociedad on August 15 when La Liga comes back. Returning new and young players alike were given chances to impress, and of course they did that brilliantly. The internal competition will continue to heat up from here with 3 preseason games to go and precious few minutes remaining for Koeman to see which players make their way into his plans. Now, one of the several storylines that have emerged, when it comes to our brilliant display so far in this preseason is Memphis Depay. Because we can see a guy who came ready to play for Barcelona. He came with a spirit. And guys, I saw this guy in his debut with a spirit to succeed in this club, and indeed he will succeed. When striker Ray Menage left the game with a headache yesterday in that game against Girona, the crowd demanded Memphis Depay to replace him, and they got what they wanted. So the Dutchman seemed determined to make a good first impression by getting involved all over the pitch. Strong on the ball, quick feet, and effective as a number 9 and as a left winger, Memphis was so dynamic, dropping into the midfield to help in the build-up, and then immediately making vertical runs forward that the midfielders seemed to have trouble keeping up with him. So it was refreshing to see a physical, imposing player in the Barca jersey, which was especially useful in holding up defenders and making himself a target inside the box. His highlight on the night, were a rocket of shot from outside the box that missed by inches, and an even more powerful strike from the penalty spot that almost tore a hole in the back of the net. Well done, Memphis. Welcome to the club. Then another notable positive aspect we saw so far in this preseason is in this young star, Youssouf Deme. Guys, this guy was really brilliant, to be honest. Even Alex Collado. The 4-3-3 formation suited both Youssouf Deme and Collado perfectly, as left-footed forwards playing on the right side. Honestly, they kind of look like twins. And if that's the case, they have just jump-started an intriguing rivalry for the scarce spot on the first team roster. Alex Collado has been in the pipeline for a while, and his Barca DNA was clear for everyone to see. Secure on the ball and ultimately rewarded with a goal against Nastic for a decisive shot that took a deflection on the way in. So as things stand, however, it is Youssouf Deme who seems to be pulling ahead, starting both preseason games and announcing himself as a player Koeman can't ignore. Like Collado, Deme is a technician. Where he stands out more is with his aggressiveness in front of goal. Repeatedly, he showed his ability to cut in and release shots with accuracy and power that defenders couldn't keep up with him. Bonus points for his chemistry with Serginho Dest. It would be nice to get back to the days of Messi and Dani Alves when there was a true threat down the right side. Then another positive aspect so far in this preseason, which was even in that game yesterday against Girona, is this young and talented player by name Gavi, also known as Pablo Martin Paez Javira. This guy stole the show yesterday from Ricky Puig and Nico Gonzalez, to be honest. The 16-year-old academy product was on the radar prior to this week, but has officially arrived as a player you need to know. Like Ricky Puig, he is energetic and He gravitates to the ball and keeps things moving fast with one-touch passing. He also showed his talent with creative balls forward and passes that establish a quick rhythm in the midfield. Although he isn't in direct competition with Nico Gonzalez, who is a true holding midfielder, it's Ricky Push who needs to worry about the youngster nipping at his heels. But truth be told, Ricky Push had strong performances, but with Coleman a tough audience to impress, he needs to do something truly special in the next few games to command more opportunities going forward. Then another positive aspect that we can't ignore, guys, is this guy, Ray Minaj, who scored that hat-trick in that first game and even scored again, meaning 4 goals in 2 games. That was really good. Ray Minaj has 4 goals, yes, in these 2 games, and would have likely had 5 if Gerard Piqué didn't steal a penalty from him. Let's be honest. In the 4-3-3 formation, Minaj and Memphis proved once again the importance of having a true number 9 to help with structure and for the goal-scoring opportunities that opens up. Minaj did just about everything inside the box as a number 9 should do. Against Nastic, he produced an incredible goal and an impossible angle with virtually no space. Against Girona, he made an assertive and well-timed near-post run that resulted in an easy finish off a cross, from the left side. And that is what professionally trained centre forwards do instinctively, so Barca should take note. So guys, when we look overall how this team have performed in this preseason is really, really good, and we can't ignore it. And of course, the fact that it's a preseason, which does not matter, yes, but a lot of positive things that our boss from Coleman have to pick from it. These young talents have shown that they can do it. And of course, I've been reporting in my previous episode saying that, I've been hearing Nico Gonzalez, Barde saying that they fancy a chance for the first team this coming season. And they are trying to impress Coleman, and we can see it from the performances. So that is what I wanted us to discuss in this episode, because the performances have been really brilliant. So with that, we come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.